Okay, I'd like to introduce you to my next project. It's better than the last two that I picked up. This one has been stood in a garage for the last 22 years. Unfortunately, there was a hole in the roof of the garage, so there is a fair amount of corrosion on it. But it's an original Z1000 MK2 UK spec one. The engine does turn over. It's all fairly original. There's some corrosion on the stanchions, which I've got some stanchions fortunately, so that's okay. The wheels are original, discs are pretty worn, so I'll need discs, front mud guard, and of course it's because of the era that it's come from, it was painted up in old Eddie Lawson colours. I'm going to restore it, pretty original, but not entirely original. At the moment my mind is having it painted in the Z1000 H fuel injection colours. For that, I don't believe if you're watching this from the USA you actually got them. They were basically a fuel injected Mark II, but I just think they were one of the nicest paint jobs did on the later Zs. I'm going to try and keep the original clocks. They'll need a bit of work. Everything else really is going to be replaced and painted, but it's all there. If you remember from my previous videos, I restored or did up a Z1A with Mark II parts, so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to take the already restored rear wheels and forks and discs and everything off that and use on this one and replace the other parts with the correct items. The engine I'll just take out and restore. So like I say, it's all pretty much there. I say a lot of work, but as you might have noticed from the other videos, I'm not scared of a little bit of work. I say it will be pretty much the original. So, but I've got to finish off Project Z1B first before I get stuck into this one, although I am keen to do a Mark II, I've never restored one. Well, some of it's a bit worse than I actually thought it was when I first saw it. I'm stripping it down. There's quite a bit of corrosion. Some of the parts I was hoping that I'd just be able to restore, I'm actually just simply going to have to replace. Which is a shame, because I actually prefer to restore things. I say the engine doesn't seem too bad. I say it turns over, it's actually got compression, but I won't know what it's like until I actually get inside it. It's done 58,000 miles, so I would imagine it's going to need some freshening up. I'm hoping to reuse the actual clocks and just replace the warning console. The bracket seems to be okay. So I'm going to be making it pretty much standard, but it's definitely suffered over the years, there's no doubt about that. You can see my garage is getting a bit cluttered, there's far too many Zs in here. You can see, this stuff will be okay once it's been blasted and painted or powder coated, but I'm a bit concerned about the switch gear. The master cylinder C's solid, but the main thing's got a guff on the reservoir there. I'm not too sure I can get those. I don't know. Starting to look like a box of scrap. I hope you can buy a new one of those, because although I could do some restoration on it, I could get it replated and everything, I don't think it's ever going to look 100%. It's actually the first time I've actually felt a little bit despondent about one of them. I was probably because I actually was hoping it was going to be better than it really is. But saying that, it'll be fine when it's done. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. For the Mark II front wheels, well, the wheels I've got back now actually. I've had them cleaned up. I've gone with a black paint to try and keep them original rather than gold. I was tempted to go with gold because of on the Z1000 H fuel injection, which is the paint job I'm going with. But what I have done is just to sort of show things off a little bit, is I've gone with the gold zinc plating. I've had everything zinc plated again in gold by the my usual guys. the new dust covers, or so he replated the dust covers, rather than using the reproduction MGO ones that I sell, for no other reason that they weren't in bad order, and I was getting a load of stuff plated at the same time. The discs were quite worn on it because of the mileage. It done 58,000 miles. I'm going for a full restoration, so I want everything right. I was struggling a little bit to get some decent discs, so I bought these EBC ones which are fully floating. They're fairly expensive, but they should work really well on it. They're a little bit lighter than the original ones as well, and they should fit everything from the Z900 A4 up to through Z1R, and obviously the last of the Z1000 MK2s. Right. I actually changed my mind about putting the chrome covers on. When I actually fitted the discs, I thought they didn't look right with the chrome covers on, they just look better without, so that's how they're going to be. Quite pleased with those. Should look great on the bike. Can't wait to get the frame back.